To be or not to be?
Ashley.
That is the question.
Ashley.
Whether it is nobler in the mind...
Not
to
now,
suffer
Ashley.
But I've got to learn my lines. I'm acting in Hamlet.
Come on, we have to start the programme.
Oh, all right.
Hello there, and welcome back to That's English. As you have probably guessed, today's documentary is about the theatre.
Yes, and it's called The Shakespearean Tradition.
I imagine that you like Shakespeare.
Annabelle, I love Shakespeare. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him.
Yes, thank you, Ashley, thank you. So when's the play on?
Next month, for 4 nights.
Oh, I'll be there.
Great. You know, in the past, Shakespeare's plays were performed in open-air theatres, like the Globe Theatre, as we'll see in the documentary.
While you watch, try to answer this question. Why is Stratford-upon-Avon an important theatre town? Let's have a look.
The West End in London is the largest theatre district in the world. There are all types of venues. You can see a great variety of shows, such as musicals, stage plays, and comedy revues. The most interesting and historical theatre in London isn't in the West End. It's on the south bank of the River Thames, near the Tate Modern, in Southwark. The Globe Theatre was originally built in 1598 by William Shakespeare's acting company. It burned down in 1613, but it was rebuilt in the late 1990s as close to the original theatre as possible. Leonie Smith, who has worked at the Globe for 2 years, tells of the importance of the Globe in the history of theatre.
It was important because it was the place where Shakespeare first performed some of his most famous plays, and it was also important because plays by other writers were also performed there.
The New Globe was, and still is, an open-air theatre. In Shakespeare's time, over 3,000 people either stood or sat in here. Nowadays, it's not so different. 1,380 can sit and 700 can stand. James Garnon is an actor. He has been in a number of plays here at the Globe over the years. James explains how he feels about performing at the Globe Theatre and the shows he has been involved in.
I've done about 11 shows here, including Romeo and Juliet, All's Well That Ends Well, Macbeth, and I'm just about to do The Tempest. You feel closer to the Shakespearean tradition here than you do at any other theatre, and that includes Stratford-upon-Avon.
The Royal Shakespeare Company is based in Stratford-upon-Avon, near Birmingham, in the West Midlands.
Stratford-upon-Avon is the home of the Royal Shakespeare Company and its 2 theatres, and of course it's also Shakespeare's birthplace. Stratford is still the most important place for Shakespeare plays, but the Globe gives us a better idea of the experience for a 17th century audience.
The productions at the Globe and the Royal Shakespeare Theatre are always very popular. Tourists flock to Stratford-upon-Avon to visit the places associated with this universal writer, also known as the Bard of Avon.
Shakespeare's work is very, very important. And after all, he is responsible for introducing 1,700 new words into the English language.
Right now, someone is probably performing Shakespeare somewhere in the world.
Shakespeare introduced 1,700 new words into the English language. What a huge number.
Yes, and we use many of his expressions in modern English.
Like fair play or all that glitters is not gold. No es oro todo lo que reluce.
And theatre was so popular in Shakespeare's time. Imagine an audience of 3,000.
Yes, it was the main form of entertainment. Now, our question was about Stratford-upon-Avon. Why is Stratford-upon-Avon an important theatre town? Let's watch again.
Stratford-upon-Avon is the home of the Royal Shakespeare Company and its 2 theatres, and of course it's also Shakespeare's birthplace.
So the answer is, it's the home of the Royal Shakespeare Company and its 2 theatres. And of course, it's also Shakespeare's birthplace.
The plays there are extremely popular. When I go, it's always a full house, no empty seats.
The British love the theatre.
Yes, we do. Now, let's find out if theatre going is popular in other countries. We asked, how popular is going to the theatre in your country these days?
The theatre is still very popular in England, and they regularly have full houses, especially the musical shows.
New Zealanders love the theatre. We're a small country, we're used to amusing ourselves, so therefore local theatres are very important.
Theatre going in Scotland is very popular. Scotland has at least 8 standing theatre companies scattered out throughout the country in Edinburgh, Glasgow, Perth and Dundee.
Going to the theatre in Jamaica is more popular in the capital, where the resources for theatre exists. Most of Jamaican theatre is comedy, and people love to go there and laugh.
In places like New York and LA, Chicago, theatre is incredibly, incredibly important.
Not as popular as it used to be a couple of decades ago.
People are just watching more and more film.
It hasn't been the most popular activity, as it's mostly based in cities and it's quite expensive. But these days, with the introduction of Glee and TV shows like Smash, younger generations are getting involved and larger musicals and productions are coming to Australia more often.
It seems that theatre is very popular in most places.
It was really interesting what the Australian woman said about music-based TV shows like Glee.
Yes, they're attracting people to musicals in the theatre.
Well, that's certainly true of London. The West End is full of musicals.
But I love tragedies.
Like Hamlet, for example.
Exactly.
Well, in today's episode of That's Britain, Nigel visits Chichester, a Roman town which is famous for its cathedral, its harbour and its theatre festival.
So, try to answer this question. When does the theatre festival start and finish? Let's watch.
Hello! Today's programme comes from a snowy Chichester. I'm in the heart of the old city, by the cathedral. It's more than 900 years old and was built soon after the Normans arrived in Britain. Could I ask why Chichester is an interesting place to visit?
We have a Roman wall. It is a Roman city, so we have a Roman wall and a Roman palace outside Chichester.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what about entertainment?
We have the Chichester Festival Theatre, which is very renowned. A lot of the shows that they put on actually end up in the West End in London. We've had quite a few, yes. So, and we have quite famous actors come to visit. So, and in the summer they had an outdoor theatre.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Just outside the city is this amazing place. Fishbourne Palace is the largest Roman house in Britain, and it has some very well-preserved mosaics. And this is Chichester's theatre district. Chichester is famous for its theatre festival, which takes place every year from April to September. The country's top actors and directors come here, and put on around 12 productions, including classics like Shakespeare, Brecht and Chekhov, comedies, musicals, and usually one or two completely new plays. Could you tell me something about the Theatre Festival?
Right, the Theatre Festival in Chichester has been going around 20 years. There are quite a few performances in the theatre through the festival, anything from dramatic to musical and light-hearted and local input. We also have local people who write plays, who want to direct.
Oh!
Yeah.
Thank you very much. There's another reason, apart from the Theatre Festival, why thousands of people come to Chichester, especially in the summer. They come to visit Chichester Harbour. It's a huge natural harbour, and in the middle of summer, there can be as many as 12,000 boats here. Over there, towards the south, you can sail to the Isle of Wight and Portsmouth. Well, that's all we've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed the visit to a very cold but pretty Chichester. Next time, we're in Canterbury, in Kent. See you there.
What a lovely town. It would be perfect for me. A major theatre festival, it's by the sea, lots of historic monuments, fabulous.
Yes, though Nigel was unlucky with the weather. It looked absolutely freezing.
Not the ideal day for a visit. So let's check our question. When does the theatre festival start and finish?
Here it is again.
And this is Chichester's Theatre District. Chichester is famous for its Theatre Festival, which takes place every year from April to September.
Yes, so the Theatre Festival starts in April and finishes in September.
That's a long time. I think I'll go next weekend.
We'll ring the box office and see if they've got any tickets.
Yeah, good idea. Well, that's it for today's programme. We look forward to seeing you next time for That's English. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.